2 of our journey from Helmsley to Scarborough along the Tabular Hills Walk. And you find me just leaving the beautiful village of Cropton, and now we're just heading off into the wilderness for a decidedly less sunny day than the last one. I am actually quite relieved about how cool it is today. I was not very well after that last walk. I got quite bad sunstroke or heat stroke. I never know which one's which. So I left it a bit, waited for the air to cool down a smidge, and now we're back at it. So let's get going. Yeah, well, we've barely been out 5 minutes and it's already starting to rain. I'm getting rained on with petals now as well. I think we're due showers today. Not heavy rain, thankfully, but you never know, do you? You never know. The problem with this little section of road walking though is it's quite long, straight and bumpy, so you do get the odd person coming over a little bit too fast, but as long as you stay out of the way, at least you get plenty of warning. Bloody joyriders, eh? I don't know why there's lots of antique tractors driving along, but it's cool. Yeah, there must have been 20 or 30 vintage tractors there. That was pretty cool. And it's coming along in a steady line. I like stuff like that, you know. It's quintessentially British, isn't it? Having your little hobby that just shuts down roads for a day. So today, anyway, we're walking from Cropton, which is probably about a mile and so back that way. We are heading round over to Newton upon Rawcliffe, then down the valley, up into Leversham, around the whole of Holcombe, and I think that'll be it for today. So maybe about 15 miles or something, and that'll leave maybe another 15 to do on day 3 as we reach the coast. But it's another lovely calm day. Still walking down this road, and actually I did give it a bit of stick for being busy, but apart from the procession of tractors, it's been very, very chill. Just in these woods here is actually the remains of an old Roman camp, which you can come and visit. We're not actually going in there today, we're skirting around the side of it, and admittedly there's not a whole lot there to see, but it is the site of one. So you like your history and your Roman stuff? Get on down to Roman camp near Kelly Forest, where you can find such delights as remains and trees and facts. Just getting little snapshots, little teasers of an amazing view just behind all these trees. I want to see it. I suspect we might when we get a little bit down. So according to my map, we should be turning off any moment now. I'm heading that way. What an unexpected little pocket of beauty. I really love these bushes. Can't remember what they're called. We got a signal to look. I don't have a signal to look. Maybe future me will annotate what these are called. I'm not sure how close we're going to get to it, but there's quite a posh house just nestled in amongst the trees over here. You can just make it out through the trees, but not brilliantly. If not, that's what the drone's for. I don't know if you can really see that over there. They've got a large statue of a hog. Because, as of course you'll all know, this is the house of Reginald T. Hogg Wallace, founder of the Square Circle, which of course, as you'll know, went on to make millions, nay, billions in second world countries. Get in. Yeah. We're starting to get our first glimpse of the hill surrounding the whole of Holcombe. Right over there in the distance, but between us and that, it's Newton upon Rockcliffe and Leversham, and a big drop and a big climb. It's been easy on us so far. It's been quite steady, nothing too major today, but that's about to change. In fact, right over there in the hazy distance is Dalby Forest, and if we're going in a straight line it wouldn't be that hard, but we are going in as far from a straight line as is physically possible. So we're coming up on the first of two annoying hill climbs. I thought there was one, turns out there's a second one. There's a sneaky one before the one that I'm not looking forward to. So we're just passing some gorgeous houses and we'll crack on with the climb. I feel like I'm not chatting and larking around with you as much as I normally do, because I've set myself a bit of an ambitious deadline that I genuinely am starting to think I'm not going to be able to reach. I need to get to the other side of Dalby Forest in 3 hours basically, and it's taken 2 hours to do what I thought I'd get done in about 1 hour. So, gives you a bit of an idea of my timekeeping skills, that. We'll have to see. If I don't do as much today, it just means a little bit extra on the last leg, but it's all doable. And at least the last leg is the last of those legs. So if I'm a bit tired afterwards, it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to be real with you guys for a moment. I'm going to get real, guys. I'm going to amend the Tabular Hills Walk. And I'm going to do it with good reason, because we're going to get up this hill in a moment and be in Newton upon Rawcliffe, which is a beautiful little place, and if you're doing this walk, it's a great stopping off point. But the next place we have to go is Levisham, which is a beautiful place and is definitely somewhere we are going to pass through. However, we're not going to do it in the way that the official route says, because that says you've got to walk sort of. Levisham is basically that way. It's about an hour's walk that way. But if we do it the way that the guide says, we have to go about an hour down that way, following this little road, down into a valley, walk through a couple of cow fields, and then hike up a really narrow track to get to Levisham. And I think that's a bad way of doing it, because I've got a splinter in my shoe, hang on. So what was I saying? Yes, we're gonna cut sort of straight across, go through the amazing valley, past Levisham station, and then up the other side and into Levisham. So that should cut out a couple of miles of kind of pointless backtracking for no real reason, and it gives us one of the best views in all of Yorkshire. But first, we climb. So if you watched my video from a couple of months ago where I was freezing myself to death while trying to film a steam train, you'll recognise where we're about to come up to. Honestly, it's one of my favourite places in the world, this. It's just such an incredible viewpoint. Alright, I'm going to sit down for a minute. And then let's throw the drone around here again. Well, we got the drone out just in time, but the rain's back. Ugh. Bloody British weather, eh? It's like 5 minutes ago I was absolutely boiling in the sun. Now I'm frozen. Another day, another cow field. They are over there, and I'm going this way. So fingers crossed, our paths do not cross. Rain stopped at least. You might hear the rumblings of a train down there. Now I am 90% confident that that is the old diesel train, not the cool steam trains. But even if it is, I'm not getting suckered into that again. I've had too many walks get sidetracked by bloody trains. So we've just passed through Levisham station, and now we're heading up the hill to Levisham, because those poor Levisham locals back in the day, they wanted to go to the shops in Pickering, And to hike up the hill with all your bits and bobs. Oh, so we're staying true to them today. We're hiking up. Just admiring the view. Oh, I'm feeling tired today. I've not been 100% well for last week or so I'm not surprised, but let's try and enjoy this a bit before we keep going to Levisham. That, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, is the last big hill climb of the walk that I can remember, at least. And now, yonder, I call the bloody rain in the distance. Today's weather has been glorious sun, cold wind, torrential rain, in that order. So I'm enjoying a bit of sun while it lasts. Hopefully it'll last whilst we do this next rather exposed section around the whole of Holcombe, but it probably won't, because that bad boy is on its way. So the official route of the Tabular Hills Walk takes you along that bank along the top over to those woods, then you come down through the valley over there and then up, so you're kind of coming at Levisham from the bottom, whereas we're coming in it more from the top. Like, you can just see it peeking up over there. And I think, I mean, like, there's nothing inherently wrong with that route, but I think this bit is definitely nicer. And you still come into Levisham and then you just head off that way for whole of Holcombe. So if you decide you want to do the walk, you have to make a choice. You either do old and traditional, or you do new and exciting. I am a bit worried that is about to hit me. At least if it does, I'm hoping that I'll be in Levisham so I can hide. Because if it gets me when I'm over there, that's gonna suck. Welcome to Levisham. Grey clouds are certainly starting to creep over us again, and it doesn't look like there's an end to it this time. This might be a pretty grim endeavour over the whole of Holcombe. Perfectly timed. This just rain started as we get here. We're headed over there to where most of the rain is currently at, whilst another chunk of rain comes this way. Oh, blooming heck. If you'd like to watch this walk in the sun on a nice day, I have in fact been here before, so I'll pop a link for that in somewhere. Maybe it'll be at the end of the video and you can click on it and go, oh, that's what it looks like when it's nice. Not when it's a deluge. The only thing I haven't done is flown the drone over here, which I was kind of hoping to get a chance to do. So maybe we'll be gifted with a nugget of time where it's not too windy and it's not raining. We'll have to see. Here we are again in the sunny but very windy portion of the weather cycle. Doesn't look like we've got any major rain coming, so I want to get a bit further on there. We'll give the drone a go, and then when we reach the road, that's going to be it for today. That'll leave us with one nice long push from just this side of Dalby all the way to Scarborough. There's not really any hills that entire journey, just some good views and hanging out in the woods for most of the time. See this? It's like this sort of valley that just cuts all the way along there. That is a 2,000-year-old ditch. This large ditch with two banks was constructed about 2,000 years ago, probably to mark the territory of a pastoral people. Behind you. Huh? Oh, of a pastoral people. Dot. Behind you, the earthworks on the near horizon are part of a fortified farmstead built at a similar date. History in little bits, ladies and gentlemen. This little bit walking along Whole of Hawkham's actually not been too bad. Kind of like the whole thing. There's just been nice weather, a bit windy, and then the occasional downpour to remind you that you're in Britain. And now to Worth ever came cheap. I was just walking along having a nice time, and the world suddenly got really dark, and I went, oh, okay. Don't destroy me. The Whole of Hawkham, named because a giant in the olden days scooped up some earth and threw it at his wife after an argument, and that earth landed over yonder and became Blakey Topping. Yeah, I tell you what, I've learned some wild facts because of this channel. Wild facts like the marital disputes of giants. Wasn't expecting that when I decided to pick up a GoPro and go on a hike. Right, do we do it? Do we do it? Do we just say yeah? Let's try it. Try it, you only live once. Let's try and film. that's quite a nice way to end today. The sun's just peeked out and given me a spectacular view. I've only got about 5 minutes to walk until I'm getting picked up, but I will see you all again for day number 3 very soon.